Welcome to Thursday Aspirations, a time, a space, and a place for teachers who are seeking a brighter future.
Good evening. We are meeting every Thursday at 7 o'clock on Facebook, on Personal Aspirations Facebook. And this is the site and the time for teachers who are thinking of leaving teaching profession. Today we've got 5 questions for teachers, questions which I think every teacher should think about. Mary, over to you.
Thank you, Dorothy. So we're going to look at 5 questions, and at the end of these, I think you'll have an insight into something very important. So let's look at the first question. Do you want to teach until you retire? I think it's a very reasonable question to ask for people who are in the mid stage of their career, because you have options. When you're in your late 50s, early 60s, perhaps the options have narrowed down a bit. But anything earlier than that, you really do have options, and it is a reasonable question to ask. You, just because you committed to teaching as a vocation and coming in maybe idealistic and really enthusiastic early on, doesn't mean you necessarily have to go all the way through. So the first question to ask yourself, do you wish to teach until you retire? Question number 2.
Right. Is your retirement pot big enough for your retirement dreams? First of all, do you have retirement dreams? You should do. And what is your retirement dream? Have you actually got a plan? Have you actually sat down and created that plan, what you want to achieve in your retirement, what you want to do, what you want to, where you want to be, what you want to, how you're going to use your time, and so this is your future. This is your retirement dream. But is your pot actually big enough to realize that dream? Have you actually sat down and worked out what you need in order to realize your dream? So when I did that myself years and years ago, I realized that no, I am nowhere near going to achieve what I want in retirement. And that's why I've started to plan achieving my dream in retirement. And I'm very glad to say that I am already there. Question number 3.
Question number 3 coming up. So where are you on this scale? It's a bit of a idiosyncratic scale, but I think you can find yourself. So starting from at the worst end, working through to the best end, are you at crisis point, or slowly disintegrating, or grinning and bearing it, or pretty satisfied with your teaching job? I'm not talking about anything else, home life or whatever. Or are you fulfilled and loving every day? And if you can place yourself on that scale, I think you get an indication maybe of what you should be planning next, because anything less than the final 2 probably means that you should be thinking now about planning an exit strategy. Because if you're at the bottom 2, then the fact is it will affect your health and your well-being, your family life and everything else. So it's worth looking at this scale and thinking, where am I on it? And that's question number 3. Question number 4 coming up.
Interesting one. You inherit £500,000. Would you still teach, Mary? That's not a question for you, that's a question for teachers.
Well, I'm just wondering, yeah.
Answer yourself truthfully. What is your first reaction? How will you feel? Will you feel, thank God I can leave now? You've got this sense of relief that you are free. Or, on the other hand, you may feel, I enjoyed so much that although I can leave now, I want to stay. That's my real vocation. But you might enjoy teaching, but with that much money, you can also think, I can invest that money and retrain. Would you do it?
So it's a good question. Would you still stay in teaching if you inherited? And the final question is, are you doing what you enjoy most? Because if you are doing what you enjoy most, then life is sweet and work is sweet. And there are plenty of people out there in the world of work who thoroughly enjoy their work. It's not to say that there aren't challenges. It's not to say that there aren't stressful moments or difficulties. But basically, they're doing, as a colleague of mine used to say, they're doing what makes their hearts sing. They're doing what makes them glad, what makes them get out of bed in the morning with a smile and, being ready to jump on the train, jump in the car, jump on their bike, whatever, to get off to work. So our final question to you is, are you doing what you enjoy doing most?
And I could actually answer from my point of view. As a teacher, I felt trapped. But as a property professional, I absolutely love what I do. And I am still using my teaching skills on a daily basis. So really, the tip for tonight is look at question 1, 4, and 5 again, and they will guide you whether you should stay because you love your profession or you should go because you are ready to do something else. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, and we hope you'll join us again next Thursday. Good night.
We certainly do. We look forward to seeing you then, when we will be looking at the situation teachers find themselves in today. Thank you for being with us this evening.